start very small and still grow that to potentially a very large portfolio, which is what, if you look into them, a lot of these big real estate investors, apartment investors have done over the years. Hey, it's Steven, Gulf Coast Multifamily. I just did a video talking about why the Gulf Coast, why multifamily, and I got into a little bit further about why the Gulf Coast and what I think is so great about it. And I want to talk a little more about why multifamily. And I've done a video about that in the past because it is a solid investment, and I think it's had more of a chance to be a steady place to have your money for a long time. But something that I think is kind of interesting that came up recently when I had a couple of close friends of mine ask me about getting started in multifamily investing, and it kind of brought to my attention why it can be such a good thing as far as getting started in investing. So there's a lot of different ways to do real estate investing, but if your intention is multifamily, it is apartments, you can learn a lot from single family duplexes, triplexes, and it's much simpler to get started in that format. Now, it might take a little bit of money to start buying a single family home to start that process, but you can always partner with somebody. It's a solid investment, so I think it's easier to find partners, but all of those things together potentially mean, even if you don't have a lot of money but you've got time, or if you've got the money but you don't have the time, there's a way to get into real estate investing when it comes to apartments, when it comes to residential. And that's what I think can be so great about it, is you don't have to already be rich. You don't have to be buying a Class A office building or some big retail center. You can start very small and still grow that to potentially a very large portfolio, which is what, if you look into them, a lot of these big real estate investors, apartment investors have done over the years, was started small and built more units and acquired more units, and now they're at a place where they've got so many of them that they're big, powerful real estate investors in the multifamily space. So I hope you got something from that video. As always, if you got any questions about multifamily on the Gulf Coast, I'd love to hear from you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and talk soon.